guys, I'm Bob.
And I'm Dan.
And this is the Board Game Rundown. And today we're going to do a review of Canvas. This is a quick little 1 to 5 player game by Road to Infamy Games. And it's a card drafting and building where you're making paintings. And it's beautiful. Like, I like it.
It's a party-ish game too, I think.
It's super light. It plays in about 20 to 30 minutes. And these are like upgraded bits, so just be aware of that. They do have a upgraded pack that you can get to get wooden bits as opposed to normal.
They're normal
cardboard.
punch-outs,
Yep,
correct?
normal cardboard punch-outs. There's nothing wrong with those.
I've held them. They seem like fine quality.
Yep.
I have yet to play with them.
Yeah. But yeah, so going up more into the components, you're going to get 3 of these canvas cards with sleeves on them. And you're going to be taking your art pictures and layering exactly 3 on top of each other. And you're going to be placing them inside your sleeve. And then you're going to be scoring points according to the endgame scoring cards that you have pulled out during setup.
Which are random every time.
Correct. There's a big old stack of those.
I guess they do have some recommended setups.
Correct.
But I would never do that.
Yeah. On the back of the instruction book, it says you can pick any random 4, or they also do have some suggestions, like to make it easier gameplay or more complex gameplay, depending on what you're trying to go for and who you're playing with. But yeah, the wooden bits, and even the cardboard ones, I do appreciate being colorblind. They're shaped slightly differently. So even if you have a hard time telling the reds, the greens, the blues apart, all you have to do is look at the ribbon and see what kind of point it has here on the end, and it will tell you which one it is referring to. So that's very nice. And then also the swatches are all in the same order on every one, right? The yellow one's always the second one. The blue one is always the 4th one.
Correct.
So that helps you keep in line as far as, drafting which one you grab. And you're like, oh, wait, I thought that was in this place, because they're all in the same spot. So that does good, smart design.
Yep. Very ridiculously simple iconography.
Yes, very simple.
In the game.
Mm-hmm.
There are 4 types of, I don't know what they call them in the game.
Yeah, they've got hue is one of them.
Yeah, there's hue,
color,
shape, texture, and
tone. Yep.
I don't know if they call those
I'm pretty sure those are all like
something.
art terminology.
Oh, yeah. Yes, our artistic editors over there right now like, oh.
You guys didn't know the 4 types of details in art. Yeah. But yeah, so going into the gameplay, we do have a quick little gameplay. Where would you?
Right there.
Yeah, if
it's not up the day this uploads, it'll be up very soon.
Very soon, yep. That'll give you a more in-depth, a little bit on how to play the game. I really enjoy it. It's fun. It's simple. It doesn't take like hours and hours of brain burning, which I do enjoy the brain burning too. But sometimes you just want to play something lighter and fun, right?
And really pretty.
Yeah, it is very pretty, and like just assembling your own pictures and having everything layer up is enjoyable.
Yeah, my favorite part of the game probably, this is almost a final thought, but my favorite part of the game probably is when you do get your painting put together and, you put on your easel like this, and then you just spend a little bit of time to tell everyone, yes, this is risky complexity. I really think it captures the feeling of a city at night, and the dice represent the odds of life, if you think about it. Falling from the sky, you never know what you're gonna get, and like just like, ridiculously making up on the spot what your painting means and why you painted it. It's my favorite part of the game.
Fortunately, your score doesn't depend on how well you're able to describe your painting.
Although that would be an interesting mechanic
yes, that would be an
well.
interesting mechanic. Yes, but yes, once your painting is complete and you take the appropriate ribbons for your painting, you'll put those in front of you, and at the end of the game, you're going to tally all those up, and that's going to be how many points you get, and whoever has the most is going to win.
Yep. The cards are super nice on telling you. If you have a certain amount of ribbons of each thing, you get that many points,
Yep. Yeah, it's super straightforward.
Average scoring game I've seen so far is in like, the 30 area?
Yeah, 20s to mid-30s.
Yeah. Somewhere around there, so, expect that kind of end game
right?
going into it.
So who do you think this game's for, Dan?
Well, it's obviously a very light game. People who like art and stuff, I genuinely think you're going to like it the most, of course. That's what it kind of leans to.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not very many people that won't like it, I think. You are relying really heavily on what comes out here. So people who are really hate, like I tend to be someone who really hates like what do you call those, markets,
lineups and
whatnot. that you can't really change, and you're kind of just, okay, what's out there on my turn, make the best of it. I tend not to love that mechanic because it can be extremely punishing or extremely rewarding, and you don't really have a lot of say over which one it's going to be. This one wasn't as bad because of the way the swatches work. The biggest problem I've had is there are times where there's like no greens out there, and you're just like, my painting will not have green today, you know.
And sometimes that happens.
But yeah, I think most people will enjoy this. I don't know how available it is.
Yeah,
that's more of a you.
It's pretty new. I just got my Kickstarter copy in, as the rest of the world I think is getting their Kickstarter copies in. But they should be getting to the shelves, I would think, before too long. And if not, you might be able to go to their website and see if you can pick it up there.
Sure.
But yeah, it is a little tricky to find at the moment just because it is so new.
Yep, and it's definitely not the most complex part of the game, I guess, is just understanding what the different endgame scorings are going to be, but none of them are that complicated. Some are difficult.
Correct. Difficult, yes. Complicated, no. There is a difference.
Exactly, yeah. Who's it for? I think that's
most
pretty
people.
much it. Most people. Yeah. I can't think of a mechanic of this game that someone's going to hate. You know, it might not be for you, style-wise, but mechanics-wise, you're not going to be like, I'm never playing that again.
Right. Yeah, so easy to teach, hard to get. Kind of brings us to our final thoughts. Do you have any other final thoughts, Dan?
Let's see. Final thoughts. I just hardcore breathed into the microphone. Apologize. I don't have any other than what I was talking about with the just wonderful, this whole easel mechanic of showing off your paint and explaining the emotions, which not everyone is going to do. It's, it's very much like that Sheriff of Nottingham kind of thing where you're going to have people that play it seriously and people who play it
to have fun.
Yeah, to have fun. And I hope you play it to have fun.
That's what they're there for.
But yeah, other than that, I don't think I have anything too much. Components are really nice. This little deck box that hides what's coming out here.
Yeah, that's nice. So you can't kind of meta and look, oh, that one's coming up there, so I know what's happening. Yeah, that is nice. And then even like the little insert here, let me dump all this stuff out. The insert to the box is super nice. And it has a little layout of where everything goes, and everything fits really nice inside the box. And I like that.
Yeah, it's nice that because it comes in a deck box like this, like when you look at that, you're like, well, nothing's separating anything. Yeah, but they kind of separate themselves. You have this that rolls up and splits it in half.
Right in the middle.
And then this, is in a box, so that holds everything from mixing around stuff. Yeah. Good insert for being basically not an insert. It's an empty box.
Right.
With lines.
Yeah. And the other fun thing is it's got a little notch here. And so once you put everything away, it hangs on your wall like a piece of art.
That's my favorite thing. I can't wait for someone to, there's going to be like a game night at someone's house, and they're going to be like, what should we play next? And you're like, how about this? And you just pull a piece of artwork off the wall, and they're like, what?
What?
It's a game.
That's right.
That's so
Blow
cool.
their minds. So what kind of score would you give it then? Or how do we go about our scoring rating?
Well, that's a funny thing. So Board Game Rundown is a group of people. So what we do is we all give our individual scores. I'll give a score, and Bob will give a score, and a rating from 1 to 10. And then we will average the scores together so that the Board Game Rundown itself has a score that you can look up on Board Game Geek and stuff. Because you can look up my score on Board Game Geek, but that'll be different than Board Game Rundown's score because we count them all together and average them out. Classic, simple mathematics that someone off camera does for us.
Yeah.
So I'll go first. Sure, my score is obviously going to be lower than yours. I'm just really bad at this game, which always hurts a little bit. And it's not, when it comes to party games for me, it's just not my kind. But I did enjoy it. This is really rough for me to give a score because this score feels like a bad score, but it's not. It is above average. I do enjoy the game, and I've played it twice now, and if someone said, let's play it, Dan, absolutely I'll play that game. I'll lose, but I'll absolutely play the game again. Score-wise, I'm going to come down on a 6.5.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound great, but that's only because I'm going on 7 is good to me. A good game is 7, which is why I give out a lot of 7s on the show.
So is a 7 a game you would recommend or just a game you would play?
No, I think a 7 is when I start getting in recommendation territory.
Okay.
Yeah, which is why I'm putting this as close as I can to a 7. I don't know if I'm going to buy it. I don't know if I would recommend it if I was hosting a game night kind of thing, but I have no qualms playing the game at all. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So I'm going to come on a 6.5 with a recommendation to you to check it out. It's going to be for a lot of people, for sure.
Sure. I was going to say, yes, I would. This is one that I would recommend once in a while. Not my favorite game, obviously. But I'm going to go with a 7.5.
Okay.
Yeah, because if anybody wants to play it, yes, totally. I would totally play this game. The nice thing is it's a quick setup. It's easy to pick up and put away. It's fast to play. So yeah, I'm gonna go with a 7.5 on that.
Playing the game almost takes as long as teaching the game.
Yeah,
it's insane. They're both such short numbers.
Right.
That I don't know. Right. So anyway, though, with ours together, that one was a simple one. Honestly, that together makes it a little number popping up here. A nice 7,
7
out of 10 for Canvas.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair score.
Yeah, I think so
this
too.
game is a nice 7 little party game. I do.
Yeah.
Anything else from you, sir?
No, that's pretty much all
Okay.
I got. Yeah.
Well, that's Canvas.
All right, yeah. So make sure you check it out. Make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell so you can see all of our notifications.
Yep.
And
Lots coming.
lots coming. Thank you. I've been Bob.
I've been Dan.
This has been the Board Game Rundown.
Thanks for checking out the Board Game Rundown. If you like what you saw, like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Share our videos on social media and spread the word. We publish new content weekly, including reviews, unboxing, and Let's Plays. And as always, thanks for watching.